Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if we're totally live right now. Let's check if we're live, and then we'll get right into why you're actually here. All right. This is my first time. Wait, yep. This is my first time. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just checking on this to check if it's good right now, if the stream's actually good quality. And it seems like we got fine quality right now. Anyway, Happy New Year's, everybody. It's currently right now December 1st. Currently right now in my city, it is about right up past 8 o'clock. So I'm going to have to finish this by 12 o'clock. But I'm going to make my final video for the new year. And I would not have made this video live if it weren't for the fact... Oh, shoot, we're still live on this thing. I'm going to cancel that. I wouldn't have made this video if it weren't for the fact that I'm someone who... I wouldn't have made this video. I wouldn't have done this if I could have uploaded this as a video. But I can't upload this as a video because it's... The thing about making this a video is because it would be so long. It's how many hours? I don't know how long we're going to do this. I've never done it before. And you might be saying, I'm copying Sean Chandler. And I got the idea from him. But I'm not really copying him because I'm not doing this for the sake of being live. I'm doing this for the sake of ranking all the movies. So this video is actually not going to feel as awkward as my usual. It's actually going to feel the same as other videos. Like a lot of the time when you watch, they're slower, they're more awkward. I will be slower and more awkward, but not as colossally as other people will be. This is going to be my best live stream ever. I've tried live streams before. They've always failed. But we're here today. And we're going to do a live stream today. So I'm at my Letterbox right now. We're going to rank every single 2018 movie I saw. All 67 of them. Now, you might want to note that I didn't see every movie this year. Like, the title pretty much implies that. Like, there are a lot of movies just that I really want to see. Like, If Beale Street Talk, American Animals, 8th Grade, Leave No Trace. There were some list of movies I want to see this year that I just couldn't catch. I'd go to the Redbox, they weren't there. And I was going to rank every single comic book movie of the year, but of course, I didn't have the time to see Once Upon a Deadpool when it was in theaters, and I can't watch Rated R. And we got 2 people in the stream right now. Not anymore. Let's actually check. Is anyone in the live chat? I don't have the live chat up right now. Okay. Let's see. All messages original. Okay. So I will know when one of you guys posts. Let's actually pull it up on the computer. That'll be a lot easier. Okay, we got nothing yet. But yeah. If I don't respond to your thing immediately, it's probably because it's a difference. But yeah, do you guys want to jump right in, or do you guys have some questions? Yeah, I got some questions. Let me know in chat. Granted, the time is really off. It's actually not as off here. Let's see where I am actually on here. Hold up. Let's see where I am actually on here. I'm like seconds off. Okay. That's the best. Yeah, I just saw myself say what I just said. Okay. That's weird. Let's just dive right into the list. Of course, I'm kind of spoiling my 10 best and 10 worst of the year while doing this, but I don't really care. The worst already has almost 120 views in not even a week. That is might be, I don't know if my record, seeing as Crazy Rich Asians blew up, like, amazingly, but I don't know if that's my record, of course. We do have the top 10 best of the year hasn't hit 50 yet, which is disappointing because I'd rather people watch the top 10 best. But the top 10 worst, I guess I watched all those bad movies to be on the top 10 worst. You guys got any questions? I just knocked the mouse off. Oh, shoot. And the problem with a live stream as well is that actually a lot of the time I have to re-record a video because someone... okay, I have to re-record a video because my brother comes into the room or something like that. And yeah, that happens to me a lot. No one's chatted yet, of course. Let's see. Yeah, no one's chatted yet. Yeah, so I ran into the list. Number 67. Show Dogs. This is an obvious pick for my worst movie of the year. And it made sense on my video. And I feel like I could have worded that entire video better. But now I'm here and I can redo it. I hated Show Dogs so much. It's the most disgusting, just bad movie of the year. Just nobody should watch Show Dogs. Literally nobody. Not kid or adult. It is a terrible movie. It is the worst movie I've seen since the Emoji Movie. I hated Show Dogs so much. Number 66. Slender Man. Ugh, no. The worst horror movie of the year goes to Slender Man, and that's an easy pick. And Truth or Dare sucked too. But the thing that's just so bad about Slenderman is it's just so boring and nothing. Like Slenderman is just such a lame movie with nothing, no substance to it. I just hated Slenderman. To my core. I hate that movie so much because it's so boring. It's just so nothing. Just nothing happens in Slenderman. Number 65, Robin Hood. I know a lot of people enjoyed Robin Hood, so if I offend you, sorry. I mean, no one on my video. If you read the comments on my Robin Hood review, everyone was like, oh my god, this movie sucked. And I totally agree. I hated so much. It's like, okay, so actually what happened the day I went to Robin Hood was the next morning, I didn't fall asleep till 5:30. And that was a choice because I was editing all night. I woke up the next morning and I felt terrible. And I was like, shoot, we're seeing Robin Hood today. Should I? Whatever, it's Robin Hood. I'm going to have a terrible review anyway. And yeah, whether my enjoyment of the movie was painful, my back hurt, but it was just because of how the sleep was. But I don't think it's just that made me hate this movie. I think it's that it's so unloyal to everything Robin Hood is. Like, there's literally, like, if you watch Robin Hood, the original, like, if you actually read the book, which is my favorite book of all time, the book, nothing happens that happens in the movie. The main character's name is different. Little Finn? Whatever. I'm forgetting his name. He's not like that at all in the movie. Like, in the movie, what he's like, nothing like that. The Crusades were ever in the movie. The big revolution at the end never happened. The ending, oh my god, no. I wanted a representation of Robin Hood. Instead, I got this boring, lame, stupid movie. Number 64, Truth or Dare. I still stand by this movie so bad it's good because it's so bad, of course. Like, you don't care about the characters. You don't really care about anything, honestly. You just don't care. Truth or Dare is just a terrible, terrible movie. I can't believe that Truth or Dare was. Like, the characters suck, given, but it's mainly just that it is so boring at times. I said it's so bad it's good, but that's at times. And note this, Slenderman has one of the best scenes of the year in terms of so bad it's good. Like, it is freaking hilarious, and I hated it at the same time. Truth or Dare has more moments like that, but I don't think they made me laugh as much as Slenderman's one moment did. But I still kind of had a laugh watching Truth or Dare. Doesn't mean it gets a good rating at all, meaning it lands in the 60s on this list. Number 63, Woody Woodpecker. I'm done talking about this movie forever. Woody Woodpecker, let me just adjust this camera real quick like that. Woody Woodpecker is just the most... It's Woody Woodpecker. Can we move on now? Like, I don't have anything to say. It sucks. It's Woody Woodpecker. And I know a lot of people were like, that's 2017. And I kind of understand that. It didn't come out in the US until 2018, so I kind of had to wait till then. Number 62, Darkest Minds. Given. I hated this movie so much. It's just such a boring movie. It's just... I keep saying boring, but that's what puts these movies this low on the list. It's because they're boring. This movie's boring. It is the littlest bit of entertaining. There's nothing about this movie that made me feel thrilled or entertained at all. I didn't like a single aspect of this movie. The only thing that's just in this movie is some of the acting. Most of the acting's terrible, and then some of the visual effects are fine. As it stands, this is a terrible movie. Number 61. I know Jeremy just put this at number 1 on his list, and that doesn't quite surprise me. Nutcracker and the Four Realms. No, this is the perfect representation of Disney, just Disney as a whole. Disney nowadays, at least, because Disney nowadays is way worse than they used to be. And I'm fine with the Disney animation, maybe Pixar, Marvel, whatnot. But it's the Disney live action that I just loathe, because let's look at Christopher Robin and Mary Poppins Returns. I'll talk about these movies later, but they literally are pretty much the same movie. They have both plots about banks. They have the same message at the end. They have, like, a returning character, and it tries to make you feel nostalgic because it's a cash grab. And I will talk about both of those movies later. But, yeah, they're cash grabs. And Nutcracker in the Four Realms fails on every attempt of anything. Like, Nutcracker in the Four Realms just has nothing that strikes me as that great. Like, nothing in this movie is great. The perfect way to describe this movie is, I guess it's like, I don't know what word is that. A hollow pile of garbage, but that pile of garbage is hollow. That doesn't make sense. And it's covered in frosting. The frosting's the visuals, because the movie looks like the cameras, angles, and the whole scheme is pretty and nice. Like what it's going for is a mystical world, and it does feel a bit limited at times, but I thought it worked as a whole. Where the movie fails so much is you don't care about the characters, you don't care about the villain. The villain in this movie sucks. Stop doing the twist villains; those suck. Nothing in this movie works. I hated Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and it earns a spot as one of the worst movies of 2018. Number 60, Sherlock Gnomes. I'm done talking about this movie forever. It's a bad, boring movie. What is there to say? It's like a little over an hour long. So it's a movie. Who knows? I thought it was terrible, and when it was released, it gained a spot as the worst movie of the year. Proudly. Number 59, The 1517 to Paris. Clint Eastwood had a rough year. I mean, I guess The Mule got reviews. I was pretty disappointed by that, and then it was rated R, so I was like, I'm not even going to go see it. I just don't care. But The 1517 to Paris, and I bet some of my excitement for that movie just lost because the 1517 to Paris, because some people were like, I'll see any movie with Clint Eastwood, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine with me. I just hated The 1517 to Paris, and that was my reaction to Clint Eastwood, and that sucks. Because, let's do this. The 1517 to Paris, his entire plot has no structure to it. It's just events happening. Just events with nothing. Just the entire movie is just these events taking place that are connected. They're the same person the entire time, but you literally care about nothing in the movie until the end. And even at the end, and the only scene that I kind of liked in this movie was the train scene. And even at that scene, it drags out and it gets boring. Granted, I think that's what they're going through. I think they're trying to make it very intense. And at the beginning, the scene is brutal. And I love the beginning of that scene. Just later, it doesn't work as well. And the ending speech of this movie, I was praying for it to end. 30 minutes into this movie, I thought I was watching 2 hours of it. This is a terrible, boring movie. Number 58, A Wrinkle in Disney. Okay, fine. I hated A Wrinkle in Time. I don't get why some people like it. Like, if you liked it, fine, it's an opinion, but it's like one of those movies where it's like some people are like, hey, it's awesome, and I'm like, I kind of hate you. No, I'm kidding. It's kind of like one of those movies that's like, hey, I love it, and I'm like, no, like, no. I know a lot of people who hate this movie. Like, most of my friends were like, what the frick was that? What was even going on? And I'm like, I know, it sucks. It is the worst. I think I hated everything in this movie other than the visuals. Like, the visuals of this movie are pretty beautiful, honestly. Just nothing else works. And there's nothing else to be said other than that it's bad and clumsy. It's a road trip movie. That's what Jeremy Johnson described. I totally agree. It's just this road trip movie. Just stop here. Ooh, it's beautiful. Stop here. Oh, it's beautiful. Just to show off their visuals, maybe get it into Disneyland. This is a Disneyland commercial, and it failed. Happy. Number 57, Samson. No, I hated Samson. I think the thing about Samson for me, now we're in honorable mentions of the worst. So we're out of the worst of the year. It took that 13 minutes. But Samson sucks. But it's not good. It's a bad movie. It's a good intentioned movie. Like, none of the top 10 are good intentions. In fact, most of the bad movies this year are bad intentioned movies. Samson had good intentions. It had the intention to teach Christian people the story that I didn't know. Even though I'm a Christian, I didn't even know the story of Samson. Then I watched the movie and I was like, that was an interesting story, but that was a terrible movie. There's this whole scene in this movie where there's like a football field size of soldiers. They're running at Samson, and literally this is what happens. They all stop, and one of them charges, he beats them. Another one charges, he beats them, and it's shot the way you don't think that. But when you're watching, you're just like, I just hate you. Like, I just hate whoever made that. I hate Pure Flix as a company. I don't know whether they're Christian or not, but if they're not Christian, that makes sense, because their movies are too preachy for me, honestly. They appear later on this list, I believe. But I just don't like this. And I thought that Samson is a terrible movie. Number 56, Breaking In. This is just the most boring movie. Like, why? Why would anybody like this movie? Like, you just don't care. The whole movie, I'm just like, I just don't care. Like, I just don't care about the characters, the presentation. The movie drags out an insane amount. Let's actually look at the runtime to this movie. I bet it's not that long, because movies this low are usually not that long. Breaking In. Okay, I'm going to go to Wikipedia because that's the only place. Let's see. Oh my god, 27%. I didn't know that it was that low. Budget 6 million. Okay, so it dominated its budget, of course. Makes sense. But okay, so the runtime is 88 minutes. So that is an hour and 28 minutes. Why? Like, that frustrates me now because it feels like there's so much packed into this boring, lame movie. Number 55, Goosebumps 2. A lot of people like this movie. Fine. A lot of people like it. I'm fine with that, but I don't like it at all. This is the perfect movie that's just like, it's this pure cringe. Like, it's just this cliched, pure cringe movie. I just cringed the entire time. The entire time I was just like, please. And I could have given this movie a 2 out of 10 if I wanted to. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, okay, it's made for kids. I know it's a bad excuse, but it works here because it's not for me. I thought it sucked, and I know kids will enjoy it, but I hated it. Number 54, The Hurricane Heist. Oh, no, The Hurricane Heist. The more I thought of it, wait, when I made my review, I was just kind of like, this is a forgettable movie. It's just forgettable. Maybe it has entertainment in there, but it's forgettable. And the more I thought about it, I don't think there's any entertainment in this movie. I don't think there's anything good really about this movie other than, I guess, its visuals. And I guess some of the scenes are pretty awesome. Like the scene where he throws hubcaps and they're flying into people's faces. Things like that are cool. But it's really slow and boring. When you go into a movie like this awesome, like that is an awesome idea. Like it just sounds such a dumb but fun idea. And then when they totally screw up the entire thing, they make it this movie about it's like a rescue movie. Like who wants to see that? Who wants to see what could have been an awesome, just dumb, kind of like Fast and Furious movie? And so we got this really boring movie that took itself far too seriously, and it failed on every level for me. This movie could easily made it into the 10 worst, but I didn't let it. Number 53, the greatest movie of all time, Venom. Okay. And the more I thought about this movie, the more I didn't like it, because it's like, when I think about the movie, I'm not like, I hate that one thing. It's just like, when I think about one thing, I'm like, I don't really care about that one thing. It's just like, when the whole movie comes together, I'm just like, I hate you. I just don't like you. This movie is on the bridge of hate and just really dislike. And this is the highest 3 out of 10 of the year, because I'm not, okay, here's the perfect way to describe this movie. Every single bad adjective you could give a movie can be applied to Venom other than boring. Because this movie is not very boring, honestly. Like, I guess there's boring scenes in it. It's like there are moments where it gets boring, but as a whole, the movie's quite fun. And if we ever have this at a movie night, which will never happen because, I mean, I guess when I'm in high school, maybe. I'm not in high school right now. But it's like, at the movie night, everyone will be like, oh, God, it was so awesome. And I'll just be like, yeah, it was so bad. It was good. I think I enjoyed this movie because some of the action scenes are genuinely, like, just so chaotic. Like the one where he's beating up all the guys. The one where he starts it with, guys who do not want to do this, trust me. That whole part right there I thought was entertaining, but not good. And that's the way to describe this movie. It's entertaining, but a terrible movie. Yeah, that... It's also the thing that, like, these movies keep doing. This is the Suicide Squad of the year, easily. It's the movie that's trying to be cool because it's the anti-hero, only it fails. It's not interesting. It's not fun. It's just bad and boring. Not boring, it's bad. It's just really bad. It's not fascinating or anything. It's just kind of entertaining, and how it's kind of fun to see how ridiculous and stupid this movie can get. Kind of in a way, The Fallen Kingdom's somewhat enjoyable, which I'll get to later. But yeah. Number 452, Overboard. I won't spend that much time on this movie, but this is the worst comedy of the year, I think. I get, unless you count Show Dogs or Woody Woodpecker and all those other movies. But as it comes live action comedies, let's joke. Yeah, as it comes live action comedies, this is the worst of the year. And it's not a terrible movie, and I don't hate it. The only reason I don't hate it is because it's not badly written. It's actually a very charming movie. And, well, the lighting's like glowing. I'm like, Jesus, glowing. But it's like, it's a charming premise. But when the movie's like, but it's a great, I like the premise of this movie. It's a remake, of course, but I like the premise. The problem with this movie is that it can't keep you hooked for 2 hours. And I enjoyed it if the comedy was good, but it's not funny at all. I didn't laugh once. I was genuinely speaking bored, and I was pretty disappointed because I was like, I love that aspect, but I also am just really bored right now. Like, this is a boring movie, and it sucks. It's a bad comedy. It's a bad movie. Number 51, Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. I talked about this movie recently. I don't feel like talking about it now, but I will. Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle it's missing a lot of stuff. And what it's missing is that remakes don't work literally 2 years after the last one happened. Because Jungle Book from 2016, I thought it was okay. It's unoriginal and lame a lot of times, but it's entertaining enough. Mowgli is unoriginal and lame, and then it's just not entertaining. It's just boring. And there were times in this movie I was like, this movie could easily be a 3, because a lot of the time it's just like, what are you doing? Why? And I also, whoever played the main character, like, I did not like the main character in the first Jungle Book, but boy, do they get bad in Mowgli. Like, the main character in this movie is not good at acting. It's not good. It's not good movie. And I think that there was potential in this idea. I just don't think it had the right potential. I don't think it had the right stuff. The acting was fine aside from that one kid, except for Baloo did not feel like Baloo. Of course, this is the original story, but if I hear the original story is so graphic and so dark, this movie wasn't graphic or dark or brooding at all. It was bad. It was boring. Number 50, this movie, I guess, cuts the 50 best movies of the year. Crimes of Grindelwald. I could have put this movie easily lower than Mowgli. It's close. Like, really close, but I'm putting it above because I liked a couple scenes out of this movie. But it's a movie that's just overarchingly messy. And I think, let me look up what the channel's name is, because he was a great channel. I'm going to find I'm going to find this person because they're a great channel. Let's see. This is going to take a while. Oh no, I didn't want to go, whatever. Let's see. Okay, I'm not remembering what his name is. Okay, well, no, whatever, we're not gonna find him right now. The guy who reviewed this movie, he's great at reviewing, and he perfectly described Crimes of Grindelwald. It's a movie that is basically Civil War. Like, it'd be like, Captain America Civil War. It was just like this movie ended with them going to the airport. That's basically this movie. It's like Civil War Part 1. And I don't care. And that sounds bad to me because I love Civil War because it's an overarchingly well done movie with great characters. This movie is definitely not that. It is a messy, boring, lame fan service movie. And I know a lot of people enjoyed it for the fan service, and I just didn't. I don't find fan service picks up a movie for me, because it's just like, that was cool right there. That is all that fan service for me. It gives me one little cool, like, it's not like a comedy where the jokes in here. That's one of my main problems with Solo with Stardust, because the movie's so reliant on that, and it just doesn't work. That's why Crimes of Grindelwald failed me, because I could have enjoyed it if it was better. But it isn't. It's a bad movie. Number 49. 49 is A House with a Clock in Its Walls. I know a lot of people like this movie, and I still don't see why. I still don't see why people would care about the characters in this movie. I still don't see why people would care about the... I don't see why people care about the characters in this movie, the villain in this movie. I just found this movie particularly obnoxious and boring. It's a bad movie. The best part is Cate Blanchett and Jack Black kill it in this boring, bad movie. A lot of people liked it. We're probably going to get House of Clock in Its Walls too. Whatever. Fine with it. Whatever. Number 48, Skyscraper. I could have put 47 below this movie easily. These two! Oh my god, they're close. But 48, I put Skyscraper because I think I'd rather watch this movie any day over 40. I'd rather watch 47 over 48 again, because Skyscraper, just the most boring movie. Like, I keep saying movies are boring, but overarchingly, I didn't expect Skyscraper to be boring. The thing about this movie is that you're just like, I just don't care about you. I just don't care. And I love Dwayne Johnson. He's a great actor, but boy, Boy, did he pick some bad roles this year. Are we talking about him yet? No, this is his worst movie of the year. He gets them later, but boy, did he pick some bad roles this year. This one's his worst, and he couldn't save this movie. He's a great actor. He was good in this movie, but he unfortunately couldn't save this epic train wreck. Number 47, Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. I progressively hate this movie more every day. And I think I agree with Chris Stuckman where he says that this movie, the only reason why I don't hate this movie is because it has good visuals. And I don't know if I should be giving credit to that due to its incomplete script, its insanely boring characters, its unfunny comedy, its stupidness. It is so stupid. Oh my god. It is so just dumb. Like, let's just go through how dumb this movie is. Alright, so the park was built on an island that's about to explode. So why the heck would you build a theme park that's going to literally contain dinosaurs? Why would you build it on an island that's about to explode? Why? And other things that are dumb about this movie. Why did they hire Claire to go to the island with them? Isn't there better people to do this? What are the architects of the island? I mean, maybe she would have been useful, but she wasn't the lead. I guess she's the main leader of the park, but there are better people to hire for this job. Also, another thing. Why did you need Owen? Honestly, how is it that whatever? I guess I could be messing some of these things up because I haven't seen the movie in a little bit, and I don't, probably because it's Fallen Kingdom and it sucks. But this is just the most stupid, annoying movie, because the thing that's so cool about Jurassic Park is that it has the dinosaurs in it too. I'm gonna move over because that lighting kind of bothers me, but yeah. Okay. The thing about the original Jurassic Park movie is that it's got the dinosaurs and it's got the good characters. Oh shoot, we got low battery. Okay. Shoot. Let me fix this real quickly. This camera's not gonna move or anything. I just need to get some other things right over here. This is weird, but whatever. Go eat a sandwich while I find the charger. You know your mom made you a sandwich. Go eat it. I'm sorry I'm being dumb right now. I just feel like being dumb. Because I'm also mad that this had to happen now. In the middle of a stream. Like, come on. Come on, stupid phone. I need a place to plug this thing in. Can I pause a stream? Are you serious? I wish I could pause a stream. I can't, though. Oh, gosh, dang it. Okay. Let me look under. Go eat your sandwich! You eating it? Good, because it's there. Well, whatever. I'm going to lose more battery, leaving it here. So, yeah. Let's put this back in. Because I'm charging it simultaneously into the computer, but that is a bad charging source. And it's not going to charge the device any fast. Let's see how much we're good. Ah, shoot. Dang it. I should have charged it like all day. I'll find a way. We're not ending the stream or anything like that. It's not anything that colossal. I just need to figure out how I'm going to charge this. How is the sandwich? I think it was probably a good sandwich. Sorry about the sandwich thing. I just need something to say while this happens. While I'm panicking right now because I'm live. Dang it. Dang it. Okay. Plug it in there. I don't know what to do exactly. Let's just stop you right there. Oh, come on! God! Why? Okay, we are gonna continue. Let's see, do we got good charge enough? Alright, we're gonna go back on. Maybe I'll stopped the stream and restarted back up. Can I pause the stream? Let's see. Mute microphone. I can mute it, of course. I don't know if I can stop it. I can change the thumbnail. Don't want to do that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. We've been going for 30 minutes. Nice work. But no one's actually watching right now. So I'm good right now. It's just in the future one day someone's going to watch this. And it's going to be a problem. Big problem. So what we're going to do is I will be right back to go get an extension cord. And yeah, we're going to do that. Let's see where we're at right now. I'm going to go get my extension cord. And I'll be right back. Got it? Good. Okay, go eat a sandwich, go do something like that. I shall be right back. How was the sandwich? I'm not done yet. My kid's gonna join us as well. Did you know on Fox News we're actually doing a thing for movies? And I saw someone talking about why they loved Deadpool 2. I think it's so funny if actually someone is just watching Fox News and I just saw that. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I just saw that on the screen. What do we got? Yeah. Okay. I don't know how many numbers we got left. We got a lot left, so we're gonna go on for another hour or two. You might want to go get another sandwich while I figure out this broken cord. Holy sh! Stop the language there. Alright. You know, it's actually weird right there. I attempted to clap, but I just slapped myself on the wrist. That was kind of interesting, honestly, that I even mentioned that. That I even, like, acknowledged that that happens. Yeah. Technical difficulties happen in a lot of live streams. I've seen it before. So I'm not weird right now. And I'm probably not the only person live right now doing this. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're good. We're back. Time of Fallen Kingdom. I'm just going to move on from Fallen Kingdom. I hate this movie. I think it's a disgrace to Jurassic Park. Not that there's much of a disgrace, since none of the sequels impressed me that much. I love Jurassic World. Okay, love, not entirely. I really like Jurassic World. A lot of people don't like it. I thought it was a fun movie. Like, I don't think it's a great Jurassic Park movie, considering it's the sequel to Jurassic Park. But I don't hate it. I don't like really Lost World that much. I do not like Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, I just said Jurassic World. Fallen Kingdom's the worst. I'm sorry. I just don't like that movie at all. Yeah. Hey, Benny. Hey, little guy. Okay. We're going to talk about The Grinch together. Okay. So, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch comes in at number 46. That's the exact percentage I gave it. The Grinch is bad. Like, there's things about it that worked. There are characters that are not boring to the max. This is just not the Grinch to me. Like, I don't think we've ever gotten a good Grinch movie. Like, that little animated one. Oh, he's sleeping. That little animated one. That one I never watched, honestly, I have to admit. And everyone's seen the Jim Carrey one. And everyone knows it's bad, but we all like to say it's good. And I don't like to say it's good. I think it's a terrible movie. Like, I just don't think there's anything to really like out of that movie, honestly. And then The Grinch this year is just not good. It's just boring and uninteresting. It's another Illumination movie. You've seen it before. It's a bad movie. And I just highly recommend you don't see this movie. Number 45, The Commuter. This movie was a lot lower when it first 4 to 10 then. It almost went up to a 5 for me because I just don't think it's offensive. Like, it's a long, boring movie. I don't like the movie at all, but I don't hate the movie at all. And you just keep poking your head down. He actually just fell asleep. Wow. Like, he's only 6 months, by the way, so yeah. He's only like 6 months old. Anyway, The Commuter is not the worst thing ever. Like, I'll be honest. There are things about it I liked. A couple action scenes I thought were cool, but other than that, just doesn't work. Just isn't entertaining. It's stupid. It's just a bad movie. IBX Toy Cat even saw it. He thought it was bad. It's a divisive movie, too. Number 44. The movie that no one saw. The movie that lost $100 million. The infamous Mortal Engines. The movie that made as much as Breaking In. And Breaking In had a $6 million budget. This one had a $150 million budget. What went wrong? Who decided to pour this much money into Mortal Engines? I don't know at all. I have no idea. The director is not even Peter Jackson. The whole advertising is like Peter Jackson, but it's not. It's not Peter Jackson at all. And I find that weird because the director of this movie, the directing's fine. Just the problem with the movie is that you don't really care about the characters. You're thoroughly entertained for the first little bit of this movie. Just the first part of it. You're thoroughly entertained. Later, it gets boring, drawn out, and lame. I just don't like this movie, and it can go by. Number 43, The Miracle Season, the infamous movie that I did not like. No one even saw this movie. That's why I said it's infamous. The Miracle Season is like, it's so good. From like, the beginning's not great, but from the scene when the actual girl like gets killed to the scene where there's this huge second movie that just, it's very well done. You really feel the emotion. I thought it was great. Then the movie kills that and just becomes this boring, predictable movie. I literally predicted the entire end of this movie, and when I predict the entire, it's not like My Little Pony the movie where I actually started watching, the first scene happened, and I just predicted the entire movie, and I got it all right. It's probably because it's My Little Pony the movie, which is not built for me at all. Even I sucked to see every single animated movie of 2017. Miracle Season is just boring. Don't see it. It's bad. It's not the worst thing ever. It's probably closer to a 5 out of 10 now, but I just don't like it. Number 42 comes in as Hotel Transylvania 3. A lot of people like this movie. Totally fine with whatever your opinion is. I did not like this movie at all. There is little to like, in my opinion, out of this movie. That is not true. There's a lot to like. There's acting. There's a couple funny jokes. There's good visuals. Everything else is not good to me. I didn't think it was particularly that funny, honestly. You don't really care that much. Kids will enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. The worst of them, definitely. Number 41, I Can Only Imagine. Like, what? Who decided this is a movie? Who even can? And what even is this song? Am I the only human who's never heard the song? I mean, clearly not, because why don't we go into the YouTube search bar and let's just search I Can Only Imagine. And let's see how many views the actual song has. Ah, shoot. I can only get to use one hand right now because I have a kitten sleeping in my lap. Oh, he just woke up. And I also unplugged this. Is it good? Wait, hold up. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. I Can Only Imagine 50 million views. That doesn't mean your song has views if it has 50 million. That's not that good. I don't even know many people who's heard the song Venom by Eminem, and that almost has 200 million views. 50 million does not mean your song's that popular. Who knows, maybe it was not high on the Billboard. Let me just check that. Maybe it was really good on the Billboard. I don't feel like it right now. But it's like, it's a bad movie. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not particularly that bad to me. But it isn't any good. It's not a very interesting or fun movie. It's 2 hours. Like, why? Why is this movie 2 hours? I don't know. It's particularly boring and uninteresting movie that I really wanted to end when watching it. When you really wanted to end, it wasn't that good. Number 40, Pacific Rim Uprising. There's enjoyment here. There are fun scenes in this movie. There are pretty freaking great scenes, almost like. Okay, so the final battles of this movie, I didn't hate. The movie as a whole, it's like, I don't hate it watching. Like, I just don't really hate it, but it's not like, if I hate a movie, that doesn't mean I like it. Are you looking up? Are you looking up? Yeah. Sorry. He doesn't like that, I guess. That I didn't like Pacific Rim Uprising that much. I just thought it was the most boring, lame movie. Like, the end of this movie is awesome. It's okay. The rest of it I kind of hate. Like, the rest of it I just don't find interesting. The thing about it is that I have a great actor, John Boyega, in it, and even he can't carry the boring beginning of this movie. Number 39 is Alpha. A lot of people really like this movie. And fine. Like, I'm like that one jerk that's like, I thought it wasn't that great. My friend saw it. He said he really wanted a 10. He thought it was so boring. And I was like, it's slightly boring. It's also very visually freaking fantastic. Like, the visuals of this movie are amazing. Not much else is amazing about it. Just nothing at this movie. The relationship between the boy and the dog is fine. I probably move this movie up to a 6 out of 10 for me at this point. Like, it's still at the low area, but I didn't love it. And I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's great. Nothing really worth your time. Number 38, Tomb Raider. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't like it. I think it's kind of boring a lot, but it's not the monstrosity I thought it was going to be. I thought this movie was going to be awful to the last stitch. And it's not awful. It's not good either. Like, it's not good. It's a bad movie. And it's not surprising to literally any human that it was bad. Like, I knew it was going to... I mean, it wasn't bad. It's not awful. It's not good. It's just... It's okay. It's got the cool bow and arrow moments we've woven within there. Like, they're cool moments in this movie. It is also stupid, and it sets up a sequel. And it's an annoying movie that I could have given a 5 out of 10. But I gave it a 6, because the action scenes are sometimes cool. Some of the characters aren't the most boring things about this movie I liked. Number 37 is Maze Runner: The Death Cure. The movie that I thought it was okay. There are genuine things about this movie that are great. And it is a good send-off to the actual Maze Runner franchise, which is the most franchise ever. But there are great moments within this movie. There are some scenes that are remarkably intense and also emotional. That's it. What? What? What do you want? Okay. I think he agrees with me on this movie. Maze Runner: The Death Cure has good moments to it. And I can understand why someone would say, hey, I like that. And I just thought it was I thought it was alright, I guess. Because there's a lot of moments in this movie that are boring, too. As it stands, I wouldn't hate to rewatch it. I'm not going to, but I wouldn't hate to rewatch it. Number 36 is Adrift. There are so many things that just easily fixed. This movie just flips one switch, and it just doesn't go the route. And it just goes to Like, Adrift has these moments in the movie where I'm just like, it could have been great. Adrift could have been a great movie. Could have been a great emotional movie. And the ending of this movie is disturbing and really sad. Let's actually check. Do we still got battery? Yeah, we still got battery. We're still holding up really strong. Oh, you want to go? You want to go? Okay, go. You can go. He's going to be walking around a bit. And you want to go to the door? If he goes to the door, I'm going to have to go open the door for him. But, we're just going to say Adrift. The problem with this movie is it mixes it all up, and I hate that. I wish it didn't do that. I would have been fine with a little boring start and then a great ending, but no, the movie doesn't do that. It decides to make a really boring lame beginning, and even the beginning of the boat stuff would have been kind of boring to me. But the ending of this movie is pretty action. It's actually the ending of this movie. Everything, once it stops switching back and forth and it just goes on from the boat, I really like that part of the movie. The rest of it goes on and it's okay from that point. This movie is just, it's okay, it's fine. Number 35, the movie that was really surprisingly charming to me would be I Feel Pretty. And I don't feel pretty watching this movie. A lot of people said I feel horrible, I feel terrible, I feel stupid. But I'm like, it's dumb, it's not funny, it's not very good. But it is charming a lot of time, and you do care slightly about the characters. Like, I was surprised. I thought this movie was going to be terrible. And turns out there's a lot of enjoyment to be had in this movie. Like, there's likable characters. There's a plot that's not boring, but it's not that engaging. But overall, I didn't actually hate this movie. I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever. And turns out, hey, it wasn't actually that great, but it wasn't bad. It was okay, I guess. Number 34 is a movie that kids are going to enjoy. I just thought it was saying, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, no. No. No, that's a box. Don't mess with the box. Back to this. What Peter Rabbit is it's a kids movie that kids will enjoy and adults won't. And as a critic standpoint, I'm more of an adult than a kid. I'm a kid biologically and technically, and I act like a kid a lot of the time, but movie-wise, I have the same taste that most adults probably have. I mean, most man-children probably have. But I'm like a critic that is a huge fan of action movies, and I think that if a movie has good action, it can be enjoyable enough. Peter Rabbit is like, it's never boring, but it's never interesting. It's never annoying, but it's never amazing. It's not good. It's not bad. It's closer to good than it is to being bad. There are things about this movie that are just, it's a good movie visually, any comedy. The main problem with this movie that really overarches it is that just you don't like the main character throughout most of the movie. Other than that, I didn't hate this movie. I enjoyed myself while watching it. I didn't think, ugh, but I didn't think, yeah. I just thought, man, I think it's okay. Did I give a like to this movie on here? I didn't know. But we go on to Rampage at number 33. I know I kind of made myself clear that I didn't like this movie on my most disappointing of the year, but I still think it's good, I guess. Like, it's not a good movie at all. It's a bad movie. But the thing about Rampage is that it has big moments in there. Like, the third act of this movie is just so gosh dang awesome and fun. I just love the third act. I'm not a fan of anything else in the movie. There are a couple other actions in this movie that are really awesome, really cool. The main character is interesting enough. It's like the plot is bad, but not terribly boring. And you're really, the entire time, you're just thinking action scene. When you get the action scenes, they deliver. Number 32 is Uncle Drew. One of the most surprising movies of the year. I had no clue this movie was going to end up being good, but it was. It was a movie that, it doesn't have a likable main character. It doesn't have any emotion. It doesn't have any meaning to it at all. But when you have a movie that literally every aspect of the movie is a joke, you get a lot of laughs out of it, and I had a fun time watching this movie. It's got its problems. It's got its perks. It's got its cons. But I mainly would say, hey, this movie's more good than it is bad. Number 31 is, we're actually getting into the section of this video where I can say the next 31 of these are actually good movies. Like, 32 is good, I guess. 33 is good, I guess. Then, like, 34 all the way down to 67 are all not good movies. Most of them are bad, but most of them are not. I'm just going to overarch it as the not good stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to start with Alpha's where the not good stuff starts, to the bottom of the list. Smallfoot is where the good stuff starts. Just Uncle Drew through Tomb Raider. It's nowhere. It's just kind of okay. Smallfoot is number 31 for me. And I had myself enjoying some scenes in this movie. I had myself not liking a lot of scenes in this movie. But overarching, it's fun. It has really good animation. I got water in here. Talking for 50 minutes now. Almost an hour. Gets tiring. I don't know. Actually, I totally turned off the clocks. But we're going on to 9 o'clock for me right now. No one's been watching this live stream at all. Can I make it 0 people watching? I don't know. Anyway, it does claim we've got 3 likes, but we all know that's a lie. I mean, for you, it probably says it has 3 likes, but for me, it says it has 2. God, my throat really hurts. I'm gonna go get my water. We're gonna have it right here the entire time. So yeah, let me just go get that. And I'm gonna let you out because you're not very happy in here. Go eat another sandwich. I got my Pearl Harbor water bottle here. It's originally a bullet. I think I have the end over here somewhere. Yeah, I got it right here. Okay. It's not a good lid at all. It doesn't hold the water at all. But see, look, it looks like a bullet. It says Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. You guys watched MGD. You know I went to Hawaii for a month. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, honestly. You haven't been to Hawaii, you're missing out on something. So yeah, I'm going to have this here. That's right there. Okay. Smallfoot, we're back on this one. The acting's fine. Everything's fine about this movie. Just, it's enjoyable. And there's a lot of things I like this movie. I wasn't a huge fan of the musical aspect to it, but everything else was good. Did I even let him out? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. It's good. It's a good movie. People will enjoy it. Most people will enjoy it. I enjoyed it. Number 30 is a movie that I genuinely really liked. That's The Meg. Okay, I liked it. Didn't love it. Didn't really like it. I just thought it was good. Like, I think it's good because it's fun. It's not a great movie writing point or the characters, but it has Jason Statham's awesome, so that just pretty much hooks me onto his character. I don't need any other development there. None of the I love. The one guy from The Office is in this movie who's also been in what other roles has been. He's been in The Meg this year, of course. There's also that one really creepy serial killer teacher in Revenge of the Fallen. I know he wasn't a serial killer in the movie, but holy crap, was he creepy. The Meg is a fun, enjoyable movie. Most of the movies on this list, I agree with Chris Stuckman quite a lot on this list. Sometimes I'm like, I don't agree with you there, but most of the time I agree with him. And The Meg is it's just fun popcorn action. It's not great. It's not anything that amazing. It's not anything I'm ever going to think about again. This is the last time I'm ever going to talk about. But I thought it was a fun movie. What movies that are considered so dumb, a movie that just is dumb and it commits, this is a great example of a movie that's super dumb, but it totally commits. Number 29. You might have expected this movie to be higher, but Solo: A Star Wars Story could have easily been in the 4 out of 10 area. I'm holding it to 7 out of 10 area because I think the action's fine. I got her over here, don't I? Yeah, let's see. I haven't got Incredibles 2 in here right now, but Solo over here. Actually, I think I took it downstairs. Got Incredibles 2 right there. We'll talk about that one later. I don't think I got Solo in here right now. I do have it on DVD, of course. Because I only got it on DVD because I need to own every Star Wars movie. But, and I'm going to rewatch it every once in a while. But the thing about Solo: A Star Wars Story is that it doesn't have a hook. It might sound weird, but the plot never has anything that's just like engaging or interesting enough. I saw this movie with like 20 people. I just invited all my friends. It was my birthday, so we were all like, yo, we're going to go see Solo: Star Wars Story. It's actually 2 days after my birthday, but it was the last day of school. It was like a great event. We were all like, let's go watch some some Star Wars. And everybody in my group, well, half of them hated Last Jedi. Half of them loved it. I was part of the part that loved it, but we all walked in the movie and we were all like, that was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, that's a good movie. The more I thought about it, the more I'm just like, okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that character. I thought John Glover as Lando is great. There's a lot of things in the movie that's great. The acting's good in this movie. The villain's good in this movie. Just nothing about this movie particularly hooks you or interests you. And it's not one of the movies that's like, I pause the movie and I want to find out what happens next. Like any of the other Disney Star Wars movies. I always say this movie's good. It's passable. It's fun and it's entertaining. I recommend you see this movie at this point because it's not in theaters, but I would have said don't see it in theaters because, look, I like Disney Star Wars, but I don't like Kathleen Kennedy. We're going on to 9 o'clock literally right now, so yay. We've made it to this far, people. I didn't stop the stream by then. I didn't know if I was going to keep the stream going on. No one's watching right now, but hold up. I'm going to totally close the tab where, let's see, I have it right here. No one sent something in the chat. I'm just going to post real quickly in the chat. Post in chat. Oh, it didn't. Did I just delete it? Oh, no, I got it right here. I posted in the chat. This is chat B, but who cares anyway? Yeah, let's see. What else do we got? I'm just going to close this tab and see if this is 0 people watching. If it does, then I know no one's watching. Alright, I guess it just automatically makes everyone watching. Let's just go right back onto the list. Solo Star Wars story has enjoyment in it, has good action, cool. Just as it stands, it doesn't have a hook to it. It doesn't have anything that engages you. It doesn't have a very interesting plot. It's fun, and that's all I can really say about it. It's fun and entertaining. It's not dumb fun. It's not anything like that. It is a fun and entertaining movie. That is a good start. It's a good movie. I don't know if I like this one more than Revenge of the Sith. I think I do, because Revenge of the Sith has a lot of the prequel problems. But Solo doesn't have that. And it doesn't have a hook to it, but I still enjoyed it anyway. Number 28 comes in as The Early Man. I liked Early Man, I guess. Oh, it went back down to 0. No one's watching. I'm going to pull it back up because it makes me happy when I hate the number 0 on YouTube. That's the worst thing that anyone can see on YouTube is 0. All right, so we're going to go back over here. Hold up. I just paused the stream on here. No. There. Okay. Let's go back to this. We were on Early Man. It's fun, I guess. That's all I can say. It's fun, I guess. It's got some fun action scenes in there. Not really. It's got some fun characters. It's got some good... It's great animation. Beautiful animation. It's got some jokes in there. It's a good movie. Like, a lot of people didn't like it because they thought it was going to appeal to adults, too. I thought it was fun. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen Early Man, maybe check it out. Go to Redbox and check it out. Don't go, to anything that extreme to see it. I wish this was alcohol, because people get drunk in 3 hours. It's 2019's in 3 hours. We're going to finish the stream easily before 2019. Let's see. Early Man's a great time at the theater. No one is at a theater, of course, but I thought it was fun. I thought it had some fun, cool scenes in it. I thought it had good visuals. Thought it was funny at times. It was likable. It's a good movie. Number 27 is Mary Poppins Returns. I think that I'm not that nostalgic for Mary Poppins, but I think I would have moved this movie not up to an 8, but just maybe a higher 7 out of 10 for me, because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, hey, I like it. The main problem with this movie, the main overarching problem, is the fact that every involvement that Disney had with it didn't work. Because when you look at this movie, look at its acting, its visuals, it feels like there's so much care put into this movie. There's great acting in this movie. The kids weren't that great, but the father in this movie, one of the scenes in this movie, I think about it and it almost makes me it makes me feel emotion because of how well done the acting is. Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins I think this is my favorite performance of the year. We're going to talk about it, Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury soon, which is another great performance. But I think the thing that worked so well about Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins is because that is Mary Poppins. It's so good. She's a great Mary Poppins. I really liked this movie. I thought it had some very good characters in it. The characters are fine in it. It's got some great comedy. If you're a fan of the original Mary Poppins, see this. When did we lose our original person? I think we lost him when I was talking about Truth or Dare. Now we're on Mary Poppins Returns. Number 26, Ocean's 8. I am not a huge fan of the Ocean's franchise. I like the original. I thought the sequels are But Ocean's 8 is not the return to form I hoped it was going to be. I hope this movie was going to be so much better than it was. I thought it was going to be a good 8. It's more of a 7. I really wish this movie was an 8. It ended up being a 7 for me. And I think the reason why is because there's no stakes. There's just nothing that's really making you, root for the people and just be like, oh my gosh, are they going to succeed or not? You know they're going to succeed the entire time. Let's check. We still got our good. So we're going to finish the stream easily, but movie's making you root for the main characters the entire time. You're just kind of like, hey, I enjoy this. I think this is fun and entertaining. Not anything that amazing as a whole. It doesn't have stakes in it. Doesn't really have that much attention to it. The original poster spoiled the movie for me. But yeah, fun movie. I didn't even think about how the original poster spoiled the movie. But yeah, no one did either. But I thought this is a movie. A lot of people hated on it because it's women's in that role, which I think is a premise we're done with. But Ocean's 8, not many people should hold Ocean's 11. My sister reached and watched Ocean's 11 originally, and she was like, it's great. And I was like, I think I should go check that movie out again. And maybe I'll like it more than Ocean's 8. I do stand by, I think Ocean's 11 is a better movie than we hit an hour. We've been on here for an hour. Great. I actually noticed that because everything moved to the side a bit at the top, and I was like, wait, what? An hour? We've been live streaming for an hour, everybody. That's awesome. And we're not even in the top 20 yet. But Ocean's 8 has enjoyment to be had in there. The acting's good. The comedy's good. Some of the jokes in this movie are great. I enjoyed the movie. I don't think it's anything I'm ever going to look at again or check on a DVD. I almost did, but it didn't stand out to me as well. Number 25, the movie that's most recent on this list, Aquaman. I had a freaking blast watching Aquaman. This movie's really good. And one more thing about those, sometimes I hear Grace say, people aren't giving this movie enough credit for, and they're not just not admitting how masterpiece it is. Well, let me beyond the trailer Grace know. It's not a masterpiece. It's not anything that original. What it is, it's a fun superhero movie. And I love superhero movies. So you bet I liked this movie. And I highly recommend you see this movie. Like, people, see this movie. It's great. And actually, I'm going to look at what they made this weekend. You guys get to see my reaction of what it made this weekend. I heard it was going to do great. It's supposed to make over $1 billion. Like, what? I would be amazed if that happened. But yeah, it looks like it's actually going to make over $1 billion. $52 million. That's great. You know what else is great? Mary Poppins Returns had a jump. Not a drop, a jump. Bumblebee had a $100,000 drop. I'm happy for this because I like all three of those movies. Spider-Verse is doing good. Thank God. I don't want Spider-Verse to bomb. Yeah. Box office is looking good to me. Holmes and Watson fell like a train. More people went and saw Vice than Holmes and Watson. I saw more hype behind Vice. I didn't see either. Vice is rated R, and why would I see Holmes and Watson? I just didn't care. I was like, I have enough bad. The only reason why I would have watched Holmes and Watson is for another worst of the year, but I have enough bad this year. Just note this, January's like all the worst movies of the year, but I'm happy for the box office this weekend, and we were just talking about Aquaman. Okay, so I recently rewatched the extended trailer, and I still don't like that trailer that much because I think it's just way too long. But when I think about it, I don't want to insult this movie. I want to defend this movie. This is the DCEU returning to form. I had a freaking blast watching Aquaman. Number 24, Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I also had a blast watching this movie. DC had a great year, honestly. Like, when did they... This one was one of their movies, and then they had Aquaman. I don't know if they had anything else. Justice League sucked, but Teen Titans Go to the Movies. This is nothing you expected to happen. Like, I don't hate the show. I can enjoy it. But when I heard the premise of Teen Titans Go to the Movies, I was like, no, oh my God, that's going to be bad. A lot of people are like, you only enjoy it if you're a fan of the show. And I'm like, anyone can enjoy this movie as long as you find the sense of humor funny. And I think this movie is hilarious. And I think that, honestly, this movie, a lot of the time it's annoying, but overarchingly, it's funny. Like, it's just so funny and good. I can just think of the jokes and just laugh at them in my head. It's so funny. Like, it's just so funny. Unlike the show. Like, the show is funny at times. The show's obnoxious. I rewatched an episode recently, and it's obnoxious and kind of annoying. This film is obnoxious and annoying at times, but overarchingly, it's freaking funny. It's enjoyable and funny, and it has some great superhero references. It's like Deadpool for kids, which is something awesome. Number 23 is the movie Christopher Robin. Like I said, I don't like Disney live action, and that translates into Christopher Robin because you can just feel the cash grabness in this movie. What works about this movie is that it is so enjoyable. Like, it's just so good. I just love these characters, and I just love seeing them on the big screen finally. The actual, like, this movie got everything right for me of the original Winnie the Pooh characters. I'm a Winnie the Pooh fan, and it just nailed all the characters. It nailed Pooh. It nailed Tigger. It nailed Eeyore. They're all funny. They're all good. It's enjoyable and a good movie. A great time at the theater. I'm all for Christopher Robin. This is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Number 22, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm a Marvel fan, so I had a blast watching Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think I'm going to rewatch this movie tonight, actually, like right after I film this. I think I'm going to rewatch Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because the movie's so fun. Like, it's so fun. Like, it's just so much awesome fun stuff happening. Well, I'm not a fan of the story of this movie, just I think about, okay, so the thing that always happens with these lists is I'm always being really mad at the beginning, then later I get more happy. Thankfully, this is just such a transition that now I'm all for defending these movies. And I'm all for defending this movie because I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is not the greatest Marvel movie of all time. It's not a masterpiece. It's not well technically made. Like, oh, well, I do not like that one aspect of the movie because it wasn't well written. And I don't like Sonny Birch in this movie. I think he's annoying and dumb. But I could rewatch this movie every day of my life. That's actually not true. My sister had to see this movie 3 times in the theater because all of her friends invited her. She had to pretend like she didn't see it in every single one because she was just back from college that time. She saw it with me and my brother on opening night. She saw it with her friend the next day. She saw it with her other friend the next day. And yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And she said that it doesn't hold up all 3 times, and she didn't like it as much the 3rd time. Probably because it's kind of annoying seeing it 3 times in a row, 3 days in a row. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But I think I could watch this movie a lot because it's funny, it's hilarious. It's what I want an Ant-Man and the Wasp to be. I don't need a great story. You don't need a great story from Ant-Man. I just need a fun Marvel movie. This is a fun Marvel movie. Number 21. It's a shame that this movie didn't make it into 20, but Bohemian Rhapsody. I think I love this movie. Okay, maybe not love. We'll get into love. I think at number 18 is when I could say, I love these movies. But Bohemian Rhapsody is the most... It's so cool to see. I've gone way more into Queen since this movie released. I have listened to the albums. I think that obviously the greatest song is Bohemian Rhapsody. The greatest song of all time, in my opinion. That's on for debate, but it's so good because it has no message or no meaning, and it's so well done. The whole song focuses on sound, which is why I love it so much. But the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, while it doesn't follow the story accurately entirely, I don't need that. I wanted to enjoy this movie. I wanted to learn stuff. I got both of those. I enjoyed every second of this movie. There's a couple pacing issues at the beginning, like the pacing just really screws up in the middle. But it's sad. It's enjoyable. It's a great time at the theater. Some people love this movie. Some people are like, on this movie. I think it's a great time at the theater, and I think this movie can't miss the 20 best of the year, but that is Bumblebee. Transformers has fallen. We got a new person here. Transformers has fallen, and it is not as good anymore as it used to be. Like the original cartoons, they're so much better than the Bayformers monstrosity. I didn't like any of them. I thought that the guy just left. Come on. I thought the original was just okay, but man, is this a good, enjoyable movie. There is so much fun to be had watching a movie like this one. Like, I just had so much fun watching just all this happen, just all this fun. It's a fun, great movie, and the characters are good. Haley Steinfeld, whatever, fantastic performance. The actual character of Bumblebee's awesome. Like, it's so cool to see Bumblebee be awesome. This is the Transformers movie you've always asked for. If you haven't seen Bumblebee, it's still in theaters right now, so go check it out while it's still here. Bumblebee's a great movie. Great way to end off the year. Number 19, Crazy Rich Asians. I'm someone who likes rom-coms, I guess, and I really liked Crazy Rich Asians. One of those movies that I just liked the entire thing. So the thing about Crazy Rich Asians that works so well for me, and other movies should follow this thing, other comedies as well, is that it has interesting and characters that you actually care about. Like, I actually care for the characters, and I want them to succeed in life. I want them to do good. I want them to be happy people. That is what works so well about Crazy Rich Asians, because you care about the characters. You know what? 19, Crazy Rich Asians. Love this movie, and I wish I could have gotten it for DVD, but that was all at Christmas Haul. All those DVDs in the back of the review, Christmas Haul. Crazy Rich Asians is a great movie, and I think I'm actually going to go buy this one on DVD, because I had a great time watching Crazy Rich Asians. Number 18... Isle of Dogs. This movie is great. Like, this is a great movie. I think the thing that worked so well for me in Isle of Dogs was the thing that Isle of Dogs has let's check the battery real quickly. We're still holding up. The thing that works so well about Isle of Dogs in me is the fact that Isle of Dogs, while it isn't it doesn't hold up as well as I thought it was going to do, I still love this movie. I still think it's a charming, good movie. I still think that Isle of Dogs has these amazing visuals. Like, okay, so the best stop motion I've ever seen, best motion capture, whatever, best stop motion the movie I've ever seen is probably going to go to Loving Vincent. While I thought the movie was particularly uninteresting and boring, sad because the visuals in the movie are amazing. I just think that movie has great visuals. The visuals are amazing. Every single frame in that movie is painted, which is amazing. Isle of Dogs, well, it's not that. I think I like the animation more in this movie simply because it's following a good narrative and a good story. Like, Isle of Dogs, simply put, is a technical masterpiece. And I think this movie's a masterpiece. I haven't talked about it in a while, but this movie's technically a masterpiece. I love this movie so much. It's better than most movies this year. I put it at 18 because I don't think I enjoyed it as much as some other movies this year. But Isle of Dogs is one of those movies that you just sit back, you love it, and I love this movie, and I think I can get it on DVD soon. Number 17 is Love, Simon. I think that I can get a lot of people mad by saying Love, Simon's a good movie. I actually got a comment on my Love, Simon review saying, ugh, hate that movie. I don't know if they're talking about Love, Simon or another movie I mentioned in the review. But just what I would describe Love, Simon as is it is thought-provoking. It makes you think. It made me think. It made me think, wow, this is a way interesting take I've never seen before. Love, Simon is the type of movie that I think that more people should try and, like, more people should think the way the people in this movie think. And I think it's a great movie. I think it's a great emotional movie. You care about the characters. It's relatable, definitely. Not in the sense that he's gay, but in the sense that we all have secrets and we don't let them get a reveal to our entire school when we're kids. That's what this movie is. That's why this movie works. That's why I love Simon. And it's in the title. But real quickly, I just need to edit something real quickly before we get there. Thankfully, it's not too late to edit it. At the point, it's too late. But I'm just going to move one movie down a bit. That means we're going to talk about it really soon. And we're actually going to talk about it right now because I just moved it down to that point. Anyway, let's go back to it. We're at 20. Number 16 is Ralph Breaks the Internet. I love this movie, and I still do. I just don't think it held up as well as I hoped it would. This movie's like a 9.2 for me. It's still a 9, but that means you're great. And this movie's great. The characters are enjoyable. The actual plot's good. I don't have the kick-starting plot, but it's really funny. It's really enjoyable. I'm going to buy this one on DVD, definitely. I just enjoyed this movie so much. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. The only problem I really had with this movie is that the ending just... It really fell apart the more I thought about it. Like, I don't hate the ending. I just think the ending of this movie is, like, it's kind of dumb. Like, it just kind of doesn't work for me, and it's kind of weird, honestly. You know, I'm fine with different. Like, weird means different. But I'm fine with different, but I don't think this is the right kind of different. Like, the movie Spider-Verse is very different, but Ralph Breaks the Internet, that ending's different, but not in the great way. Just the entire virus part at the end of the movie. I just wasn't a huge fan of that. The rest of it's great. The rest of it's a fantastic movie. Just that one part just kind of doesn't let the movie become the best of the year good. Number 15, this movie can't miss the top 15. Paddington 2. This is a really good movie. This is a really good emotional movie. Paddington 2 is like, it's kind of everything I wanted it to be, honestly. Like, okay, Paddington 2 comes in at number 15 because I think that there's something about a movie that's just simple and enjoyable. Like the first movie I even saw this year is Paddington, and by God, pick it off right. We all know the movie that comes on a Friday, which is the first movie I'm this weekend. It's gonna start this year off with a bomb. But the thing that works so well about Paddington 2 for me is that it's like this movie that's just... The thing that actually happens on these top 10 lists, or these just general lists, is that I talk about the same movie multiple times. I'll say it's enjoyable, whatnot. Then I ended up getting into the repetition of saying the same things I kept said earlier. So I'm going to try and fix that. It's just something I do when I talk about a bunch of movies. But Paddington 2. I love Paddington's character. I think it's an enjoyable, charming, good message to movie. And give me a problem with this movie, leave it in the chat. Give me a problem with this movie. And if you're watching this video after it's live, let me know in the comment section below. Tell me what's wrong with this movie, and I will acknowledge your existence. Okay. Hello, Obscure. Okay, he agrees with me. Nothing's wrong with this movie. Thank you for joining the stream. The first live chat I've got, and we've been live for a freaking hour. I've wasted an hour of my life, but I don't have anything to do right now. Everyone in my house is gone for New Year's Eve. They are with their friends, and I don't have friends who can drive. Like the slate and in the snow. It's snowing where I live because I live in the mountains, but yeah, nothing's wrong with Paddington 2. Great. I'm just putting it at number 15 because I don't think I'm going to go back and rewatch this movie a million times. I'm going to go back and rewatch number 14 a million times. No, I'm probably going to go buy Paddington 2 on DVD, but number 14, Green Book. Wow. Wow, the only reason why Paddington 2 missed honorable mentions for the best of the year is because it wasn't because I had only got to use 5 honorable mentions. Ralph Breaks the Internet was an honorable mention at this point. I wish I could put Paddington 2 there, but it is an honorable mention at this point. But Green Book, just such a good movie. I love the way Green Book's done because it's not heavy. Granted, movies that are heavy are fine, but I didn't want this movie to be that because I would have seen the messages before, would have been annoyed, it would have been pandering. This movie's not that. It has the messages woven in there, but the main thing about this movie is that it's just enjoyable. It's this enjoyable story of these two characters, these two people on a road trip together, and that is why this movie works so well. It is an enjoyable, good movie. Let me know in the chat if you haven't seen Green Book. I'm experimenting with this. If you haven't seen Green Book, let me know in the chat, and if you'll go watch it right now. I give you permission to leave the stream to go watch Green Book because it's that good. Yeah, maybe you'll continue with the stream. Maybe watch it afterwards. Who knows? Number 13, Ready Player One. I loved Ready Player One when I first saw it, and I don't know. This movie didn't change. My opinion on this movie didn't change. I thought it was going to go down to an 8. Never did. It stayed at the 9 out of 10 for the entire year because the thing about this movie is that it has good characters, has good plot. And the thing about this movie, like I said earlier, it's like 80s references just in general can't pick up a movie for me. That's when the movie's not engaging or hooking me. This movie hooked me. So, meaning that the references work and they're cool to see. A lot of people love this movie. This movie didn't hold up for as many people as it did. This movie just held up for me. And I thought when I rewatched it, I was going to not like it as much. I rewatched it, and I still like it as much as I do. This movie, I'm sad missed the top 10 because I think it deserves it. I think it's a great Spielberg movie. Number 12, First Man. This movie got no credit. Like, no one saw this movie, and that makes me sad. And a lot of people, the people who did see it, didn't like it. Let's see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, on Rotten Tomatoes, I know it got a great score. But I'm looking at, let's see. What was it? Again, we're looking at, yeah. Dang it, okay. Oh, yeah. First Man. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. First Man got an 88% and a 66% on the audience score. I think the reason why the audience didn't enjoy this movie is because they expected more of an enjoyable movie than I did. I expected to learn. That is what I got. I got to learn. That's what I got. That's why I like this movie so much. But, okay, let's just look at it. First Man, good characters, emotional, great everything. Just great everything. This is a great movie. I don't think people need to discredit this movie for not being patriotic. This is on Grace's worst of the year. Someone who saw Crimes of Grindelwald. I mean, she loved Fallen Kingdom for whatever reason. But First Man is an enjoyable, great movie. I am pleased to say this is a good, great movie. I was expecting to like it. I loved it. It's not in the top 10, of course. Number 11. I was down for an incredible sequel for I don't know how many years, and I rewatched this one a couple days ago, and I liked it even as much. Third or fourth time I've seen it. I haven't counted, but The Incredibles 2 is a great sequel. It's a great superhero movie. It's a great movie. Like, that throat. But this is just a great movie. This is what you want The Incredibles 2 to be. I wanted to see the family all together this time. I wanted to see more of that. what we got, I got that dynamic in this movie. This is a great movie. If you haven't seen this movie, you are weird because it made $1 billion. But you need to see it. It has great action, great animation. I haven't taken a drink of water for a little bit, so I'm going to do that because my throat hurts again. I need a good drink of water right there. Yeah, Incredibles 2 is a great movie. Loved it. So good. Number 10, this movie, I put it at number 10 on the list, and I think I might move Incredibles 2 above it. But for now, it's number 10. Why do we have 0 people on the screen? How is that even possible? Oh, it's because it's loading, of course. Oh, okay, we got to back up. Okay, still 0 people are here right now, but I'm mentioning the hate you give right now, because the hate you give is heavy. And like I said with Green Book, I don't want a heavy racial movie. What works so well with the hate you give is it's not telling messages. I was hoping this movie went pander like, cops are bad, they're racist. That's not what this movie did. What this movie did was it makes you think that you're supposed to hate the cop who did this. Later in this movie, it makes you think, well, how is he supposed to know? There are things about this movie that you need to know. Things about the situation you need to know. And at the beginning of this movie, it really switches sides for you. At the beginning of this movie, you're thinking, yeah, screw that cop, go to jail. But then then later in this movie, you're thinking, why? Like, he's an innocent man, possibly with a life, just because he made one little mistake. And it's a horrible, really sad movie, almost. Like, not a horrible movie, like the event in it's a sad movie. The scene when the kid actually gets killed is one of the saddest scenes of the year. And this movie was incredibly well done. And I know a lot of people don't like it because it's a racial, controversial movie. And that's given. And I don't think the movie cares that some people don't like it. And some of us love this movie. I'm one that loved it. I love the messages it's showing. I love how the movie's not like, this is how it is. The kid, like there's nothing about this movie that's saying, there's none about this movie's picking a side, which is something I love. This movie, what I wanted it to be was a movie that would just take its side in the middle and focus on both sides. This movie did everything the right way it should, and it can't be one of the best movies of the year. Number 9, another movie that I can't miss the top 10 was Searching. I've already done the whole top 10, but I loved doing it first time, so I'm going to do it twice. Searching is a great movie. This movie's relatable. It's intense. It shows you what you can do on the internet. It's scary. Like, it's actually scary to see how creepy things can get, how when you become friends with someone on the internet, what they can do. You don't know who they are. All you see is a profile picture and what they say. It's a creepy movie. It's an intense and sad movie. This is a movie that if you it's out of theaters right now, but if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you see it because this is a movie that is great. It has its great moments. It's just so good. It's so well done. And I think someone said that I think it was I Hate Everything in his Quest for the Best video. He has a great review. Though Quest for the Best is a series that I think he needs to do more. Like my brother DJ Wolf is going to start doing actual reviews, hopefully. We don't know yet. I don't know if he's going to or not. He might. I hope he does, because then I can actually make videos with him. Because the reason why I don't do is because he doesn't talk on YouTube. He just doesn't want his voice real. But he might come out and start doing it this next year, making really well done reviews for 2019 movies, which I think will be awesome. And I think it'll be cool to have my brother do that. But when I think about a movie like Searching, I just think about the entire computer aspect of this movie, why that works, why the computer aspect of this movie works is because, like, some people, like, it could have held the movie back, but it doesn't do that. If anything, it enhances the movie. It enhances the experience of the movie. And it is a great time at the theater. And it's not theaters anymore, but if you haven't seen it, you're missing out. It's a great movie. Searching, you've proudly earned your spot as one of my favorites of the year. 8 is Creed 2. Makes sense why I love this movie so much as it did. There's not a lot to say here. Like, I've said it already. Everything I said. Oh, there's a fedora down. Oh, no, it's my awesome hat. I keep tingling with this thing. I thought it was just a shoe. No, it's my hat. Okay, so the thing about Creed 2 for me is that a lot of people didn't like it more than the first Creed. And I don't think I described why I like it more than the first Creed as well in the review. The thing I like so much more about Creed 2 than Creed 1 is that it it has the more feeling I want a movie to have. Because in Creed 2, there's no moment in the movie where you're just like, there are moments in the movie, but there's no where you're just like there are moments in this movie that are kind of like this, but none like Creed 2. Like in the movie, you're just like, yeah! And every single time I think about the ending scene, when he gets knocked to the ground, and he does this thing where he's sitting on the mattress, and he goes like, he just punches the entire thing, and he gets up, and it plays the da-da-da, da-da-da. And when I see that, I'm just thinking, yes! This is Creed at its best. I don't want Creed 3. It's in the works right now. I think this is happening, and I hope it's good, and I hope you can prove me wrong. Kind of like Toy Story 4 for me, because I'm excited for a Creed 3 if it happens, but I kind of would just prefer without it. I like Creed 1 and Creed 2 together. Just two great movies together. Number 7, A Quiet Place. This movie ended up being a lot higher on other top people 10's list than mine was. I just don't think this movie... I think I just saw better movies. I think I just searched really hard for great movies. A Quiet Place stands tall as a great horror movie. That's the perfect way to describe it. I might even watch that one time. I'm going to watch some great movie tonight. I don't know yet. It's going to be 2018. But the thing that works so well at A Quiet Place for me is that it is like this movie where it's all quiet. It really makes you think. It really makes you think, how would A Quiet World work for me? Would I survive? What would happen? It's so well done in that way, and I think that's a great aspect. And I like that aspect. I think it was a great way to do it. Number 6, Three Identical Strangers. I don't think I gave this movie enough credit in the top 10 best list, so I will. This is a fantastic documentary that served its purpose in every way. It's sad, it's interesting, it's good. That is exact. Okay, so what I want a documentary to be is interesting, because if it's not, oh my god, it's boring if it's not interesting. Why I didn't see that movie, Death of the Nation, because I almost wanted to, because I heard it was so bad. Like, it was terrible, so I was like, I think I might see that. I didn't end up seeing it, but Three Identical Strangers is a great documentary. It's not the best documentary of all time. I still like Won't You Be My Neighbor more, but this movie is the best. Like, it's like what I'd want a documentary to be. It's a great documentary, and it's a great movie as a whole. Even without the documentary, movie. Number 5. We're in the top 5 here. Black Panther. I think in the top 10 best, which is fine there, but I mainly focused on how the movie, I think I actually should have focused on the here and focused on the actual movie there. I think I more or less focused on the hate towards the movie than the actual like of the movie. And now I'm here. Now I can talk about why I love this movie so much. Black Panther didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go. I thought everyone was going to give this number 1, and I was going to be the one person that didn't. But I wasn't. I was actually overrating this movie, apparently. But why is Black Panther such a great movie? Well, I'm going to answer that for you. It's different. It is a different movie. Now, you might argue, oh, it's not different. You've just seen it before. It's nothing like that to me. Black Panther is a movie to me it's not amazingly, like the thing that works so well about this movie is it's great production. Like, it has a great plot, sure, but it has great production to it, too. And also, by the end of this movie, you're just like, it's heavy, too. Like, not racially, the actual plot, the actual emotions of the movie, it's heavy, which is not something you come to expect from a solo Marvel movie these days. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, not heavy at all. Little weight to that movie at all. When I start talking about Black Panther, I like Ant-Man and the Wasp less. When I start talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, I like Black Panther less. Right around Black Panther. But Black Panther, for me, it's one of my favorite Marvel movies. I do have a list for the best Marvel movies. I've changed my list a lot recently. Let's actually look. Let's see. What do I actually think this movie ranks on the Marvel list? It's high. Really high. It's not the best. But, oh no, shoot. That's not what I want to do. I have everything on docs. Everything on docs. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. MCU ranking. It comes in as my 5th favorite Marvel movie. Okay, so there's a lot more movies that are better than it. But so Black Panther is the culmination of awesomeness and emotion. Like, it's an emotional, awesome movie. We're almost at an hour and a half, so great. It's an emotional movie, which is a good thing. I like emotional movies. I also like movies that are different, that change the boundaries, that explore this culture. When you make a new world in a movie, you have to really connect with that world. And I connected with Wakanda. I love this movie. I love everything it did. And I just think that I know I'm like a nerd for this movie specifically. Black Panther. You probably understand my 5 favorite movies of the year. Number 4, you know it. It's Won't You Be My Neighbor. The great documentary, a great movie, just a great thing that needs to be seen by more people. And it was the most successful documentary I think of all time. Let's actually look. Cause I wonder, is it the best? Okay, let's see. I'm not a fast typer, by the way. I'm gonna be next semester because I'm literally being put into a class, computer essentials, and it's not gonna be fun. Do we got a Wikipedia for this? Okay, documentary movies at the box office. Box office emoji, got it. Okay, so of course there are some that are bigger than Won't You Be My Neighbor. Won't You Be My Neighbor is not even in the top 10. It sucks. The most successful is actually Fahrenheit 11.9. Wow, that actually is surprising. I didn't see Fahrenheit 11.9. Maybe I should see that one. Oh no, not Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. I own that movie because my sister was a huge Justin Bieber fan when she was like 12 or something. March of the Penguins, Michael Jackson documentary. 2016, Obama's America. Oh my god. Earth. Okay, so most of these make sense. One Direction got a movie. Katy Perry got a movie. They're all the same thing. Like just let me just real quick go on this. Every single documentary that's about an artist is like the modern artists that are about pop artists. 'Cause Michael Jackson it's Michael Jackson. These are the greatest artists of all time. One best pop artist easily because pop sucks these days, honestly. But Justin Bieber, never say never. One Direction, This Is Us. Like it's just these inspirational lines. Justin Bieber, Never Say Never makes sense because that's a song by him. His maybe best song. I also liked. I think he has a couple good songs, I guess. But let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Katy Perry, Part of Me. Like there are all these inspirational lines. Won't You Be My Neighbor deserves to be the most successful documentary of all time. This is my favorite documentary, and I think this might be I don't know, but Won't You Be My Neighbor is my favorite documentary for a lot of reasons, and it's one that it's so emotional. 2, it's interesting. 3, I love the story. 4, it's got good messages. This movie really made me realize that the argument, oh, it's for kids, and I've used it before, and it's works sometimes, but it's for kids is a bad argument and a bad defense for flaws of some movies, like The Incredibles 2. Oh, it's for kids. It's not for kids. Pixar is not for kids. It's not for adults either. It's for everyone. Granted, a movie like Hotel Transylvania 3 is directly targeted towards kids, but I don't like that movie because the other 2 were targeted towards both, and they just go to kids to be lazy. Grinch is targeted towards kids. I just found the movie boring. But and I'm not gonna give it any percentage points. It just kind of can deflect. The it's for kids can deflect some problems with the movie. And Won't You Be My Neighbor's like kids in the trailer, he literally says a line, children have very deep feelings just the way everyone does. And I'm like, yeah, teach kids. Like in the whole thing, he got criticism for ruining he did this happen. He ruining a generation. This is a thing. They said that he ruined a generation. They said that it made children think, oh, I'm special, so I don't have to work at all. Like bull crap, utter bull crap. I can't believe that happened. It's sad, honestly, that happened. But I'm happy that now he's being recognized. And it's sad that we're never going to get another Mr. Rogers. Because Mr. Rogers he's a great person. He had so many good ideas. This movie makes you think. It's a mature take on it. And Won't You Be My Neighbor's best documentary of all time. Number 3, I actually rewatched this. Okay, so on Christmas night at 12:40, I went Sign of the Spider-Verse again. Because it was there and I was like, it's Christmas. I'm going to stay up late, so I went to Sign of the Spider-Verse. I stayed up till 2 watching the movie. It's a great time. That's kind of weird. I like staying up really late. I'm going to tonight, because it's New Year's Eve. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a very great movie. Like, just when I rewatched it, like, I think I could go back and see this movie again and again and again and again. I could see this movie. I can't see it daily, of course, because that always ruins the movie. But I could watch this movie, like, just all the time. Like, just such a fun, enjoyable, good movie. The Story's great. The characters are great. The comedy, I laugh at it when I think about it. That's another great thing. When a movie, here's how to make sure your movie has good comedies. When you think about the comedy, and if you laugh, that means it's funny. Venom, that doesn't happen for me with. But yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a great, great, great movie. And I think that this movie deserves more credit than it gets. Like, it's not doing amazing, but it's been doing good. And I think this movie deserves more credit for being changing to the animated industry. People on service are like, oh my gosh, it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. Oh my gosh, it's the greatest Spider-Man movie ever. I'm like, frick yeah, this is the best Spider-Man movie of all time. Spider-Verse, you're my third favorite movie of the year. Number 2, Mission Impossible Fallout, the best Mission Impossible movie, the best action movie in years. I think this one's actually pretty close to Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road is just freaking awesome. Like, it's just awesome. And Skyfall's great too. But if we're going about different franchises, I also like Rogue Nation too, but I like this one more than Rogue Nation because it's more fascinating, it's just more well done. And I don't think it's because there's a problem with Rogue Nation, it's just that Fallout's slightly better. Like, the thing about Fallout for me is that Fallout has such great, you can kind of probably feel me getting bored and dozing off, thinking about my own things. But I'm actually getting tired right now. I probably was a lot more energetic at the beginning of the stream. Well, I've been doing a lot better than I usually do. I'm going to totally... My dad always... When I told him my Revenge of the Fallen video was almost 40 minutes, he was like, how? Spider-Verse video was 40 minutes. Venom review kind of close. But he was like, how? How do you talk that long for that long? And I'm like, well, I can. And now I'm going to tell him I talked for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Maybe even longer. Who knows how long the stream's going to go. But Fallout is the culmination of awesomeness and just... great action. It's a great action movie, intense and fun. And most people saw this movie, great, because this is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a great movie. See it. Number 1, oh my god, it's mind blowing. It's Avengers Infinity War. I already just said this in my top 10 best, but Avengers Infinity War is everything I wanted it to be. It's the best. It's a great movie. From everything. It's acting, it's emotion, it's characters, and I cannot wait for Endgame. I don't even think there's much to say. I've talked about this movie so much. Can't wait for Endgame. So yeah, 2018 is done, everyone. I mean, we still got like 2 hours left, for me right now at least. But yeah, maybe for people it is 2019. I don't know. For some people it is. But for me, 2018's over, and I had a great time 2018. It wasn't like a lot of people had a hard year. A lot of people were like, this is a bad year for me. Oh, this is a bad year. And yeah, this was a bad year. Internet-wise, in general, pop culture-wise, this is a bad year. But the Heights movies hit this year. I, as a whole, had a great life this year. We can go over the year real quickly if you want me to as a good send-off of 2018. We're going to be changing a lot of things in 2019. I'm actually going to be doing something cool. I'm going to wear this hat in my reviews. And I've already recorded 2 videos where I wear this hat, so suck it if you don't like the hat. But I'm going to wear my normal hair for this. It's because I got the haircut and I didn't like it. I've gotten used to it now, and it probably doesn't bother you guys at all. But, let's see. 2019 looks awesome. This month I got 5 movies I'm going to review. If you want me to list them off, I might. Who knows? I'm going to try and not do this thing where I used to do where I would tease reviews right before they come out, like this coming out Friday, this coming out, like things like that. I'm kind of done with that. But look forward to, I guess, in a couple hours or so, 2019 most anticipated is coming out. So I'm just going to list off 10 movies that I'm really excited for. Y'all know Endgame's going to be on there. But yeah, we can go over 29. We can go over a bit of 2018 for me as a channel. I could rewatch the Paddington 2 review and then watch I'd recommend watch Mary Poppins Returns, or I'd recommend Aquaman or Spider-Verse, something like that. Watch one of my more recent reviews and just so you can see the difference. We had a great year. I cannot believe how much I evolved in a channel wise, because I actually rewatched one of my recently I rewatched one of my gaming videos, and they're not bad actually. Like, I thought they sucked, but they're not terrible videos. I can see why someone would enjoy them. And you know what? We might make a big announcement. Gaming might return, kind of, I guess, maybe. I'm working out what I'm going to do. If gaming returns It'll be cool. It'll be fun. I'll have a good time. We'll do a face game. I'll actually edit the videos this time. Spend a lot of time on them. And I won't make them that often. I'll probably play games that I want to play. Not games that are going to get views. Games that I will find fun to play. And the problem with gaming for me is actually it's mainly because I'm just going to play games that are not that popular or things like that. Maybe play Minecraft, maybe play Fortnite maybe every once in a while. But I'm not going to play popular games because I don't really want to have it all. Like, I don't really want to make that the thing that makes me popular. If it does start blowing up, I'm going to pull back and stop doing gaming if it happens. So I'm going to dip my foot in the water a bit. We'll try it. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it won't. The thing that really blew up my channel this year that I find very fun is Crazy Rich Asians. Like, Crazy Rich Asians is the movie that blew up this channel, so I can't not say I love that movie. Yeah, doing a recap some movies this year. Dude, let's just go over the entire list again. But I'm going to talk about every movie. I'm just going to kind of just read it off, the whole thing. You can also go check us on our Letterbox real quickly as well. Number 67, Show Dogs. Number 66, Slenderman. Number 65, Robin Hood. 64, Truth or Dare. 63, Woody Woodpecker. 62, Darkest Minds. 61, Nutcracker in the Four Realms. 60, Sherlock Gnomes. 59, 50/70 to Paris. 58, A Wrinkle in Time. 57, Samson. 56, Breaking In. 55, Goosebumps 2. 54, Hurricane Heights. 53, Venom. 52, Overboard. 51, Mowgli. 50, Crimes of Grindelwald. 49, House of the Clock on its Walls. 48, Skyscraper. 47, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. 46, The Grinch. 45, The Commuter. 44, Mortal Engines. 43, Miracle Season. 42, Hotel of Transylvania 2. 41, I Can Only Imagine. 40, 40, Pacific Rim Uprising. 39, 39, Alpha. 38, Tomb Raider. 37, Maze Runner: The Death Cure. 36, Adrift. My water ran out, so I'm really out of breath. 35, I Feel Pretty. 34, Peter Rabbit. 33, Rampage. 32, Uncle Drew. 31, Smallfoot. 30, Meg. 29, Solo: A Star Wars Story. 28, Early Man. 27, Mission Impossible. Mary Poppins Returns. 26, Ocean's 8. 25, Aquaman. 24, Teen Titans Go to the Movies. 23, Christopher Robin. 22, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 21, Bohemian Rhapsody. 20, Bumblebee. 19, Crazy Rich Asians. 18, Isle of Dogs. 17, Love, Simon. 16, Ralph Breaks the Internet. 15, Paddington 2. 14, Green Book. 13, Ready Player One. 12, First Man. 11, Incredibles 2. 10, The Hate You Give. 9, Searching. 8, Creed 2. 7, A Quiet Place. 6, Three Identical Strangers. 5, Black Panther. 4, Won't You Be My Neighbor. 3, Spider-Verse. 2, Mission Impossible Fallout. 1, Avengers: Infinity War. That took me like 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, I need water. Oh, I didn't think there was any in there. Dang, that's frustrating. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Yep. 2018 is over. It was a fun year for everyone. But of course, we must go to 2019, which I'm hoping will have a better year. I've been watching a lot of Jeremy Chance to kind of think, how am I going to do this year? Found how I'm going to do this year. We're going to make this year a great year. And it's going to be a great year for the channel. We're going to start off even strong at this point, and we're going to go even stronger. I can't wait for the channel to evolve over the next year. It was fun because 2018, I totally changed the entire. You couldn't listen to my voice in that Paddington 2, and I totally sound totally different then. But yeah, see you guys next time. I can't wait for 2019. Most anticipated will come. Bye. Thanks for watching the stream. If you did, no one did. But if you did stay through the entire stream, lucky. No one did, because there was a couple times in the stream versus 0. I've been talking for an hour and 43 minutes. So yeah, I kind of want to hit 45, but I might just waste time for that entire time. Yeah. Let's just talk about some let's just talk about some little thing. I'm trying to think of something to talk about. Let's just go to this playlist. Let's just address a couple things. I'm actually gonna go here. Alright, okay. I'm gonna go to my channel, and we are going to address some little things that happen with reviews and whatnot. We're gonna go through only 2018 movie reviews. That includes videos like which one is it? That includes videos like It's not even loading for me. Gosh dang. It's just like, no, you're gonna end this video before 45 minutes. But yeah, oh my gosh, you gotta take forever to load, really. I think my Wi-Fi's slow right now, honestly. Let's try here. Let's go to this one. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go through my 2018 reviews. We're gonna check it out. We almost hit 120 subscribers in a couple days. Nice work, everybody. Thanks for that. Okay, let's go to the 2018 movie reviews. Let's just talk about some stuff. My most anticipated movies of 2018 has a spelling error in the title. A Wrinkle in Time. We're going to talk about the significant parts of these reviews. Okay. Most anticipated of 2018. Most of those movies disappointed. Let's see, which one is it? Maze Runner: The Death. No, let's see. Okay. Wrinkle in Time was recorded in a Houston bathroom. So what else do we got? Ready Player One was the first review I ever did. No, which one was it actually? I think it was Pacific Rim Uprising was the first review I ever did where I got into the movie, then I reviewed it. Never done that until Pacific Rim Uprising. Then I started doing that for every movie. Let's see. Avengers Infinity War almost has crossed 140 views. I think it has, actually. Avengers Infinity War spoiler review became my longest video. Not for that long. Now, nothing's gonna beat it. But, yeah, we have some other cool stuff. Solo Star Wars story review. My opinion changed on Show Dogs is the worst movie of the year. It held that record for the entire year. Hurricane Heist moved down over 20%. Let's see. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom sucks. And I don't know why I gave it such a high rating. It's a terrible movie. I hate it. I can't believe I gave it an 8 out of 10. It deserves a 3 or 2. It's the awful movie. Best of the year. Worst of the year. Five worst of the year so far. Did quite well, actually. Better than I thought. Okay, let's see. Won't You Be My Neighbor was my first documentary reviewed. Let's see, what else do we got? Hotel Transylvania 3 was a huge disappointment. Skyscraper was also a big disappointment. Teen Has Go to the Movies was a huge surprise. Fallout was a great movie. I recorded Miracle Season Review and Christopher Robin in my grandma's garage. That's the weirdest sentence ever. I like The Meg more than everyone else. I ranked all 15 summer movies I saw. Now we're ranking all 67 movies I saw the entire year on... Well, I'm not doing it in the format I did that. If I did that, this would be the worst video ever. I have no idea how I can edit that. Let's see. My most anticipated movies of late 2018 was pretty successful. Didn't like Alpha as much as everyone else. Searching was great. Crazy Rich Asians was great. House of the Clock on its Walls I liked less than no one else. I thought it was bad. Venom I hated, and everyone else loved it, and I was like, ugh, that sucks. It sucks. We will eat the soul out of Venom. First Man I liked more than anyone else. Goosebumps 2, I reviewed a week late. I actually went to a dance literally right after Goosebumps 2. Like, not like a dance, like a slow dance. We had one, and I actually said, I'm not going to that because this is going to be some dumb middle school drama. I came back the next day, and apparently 5 kids cried, and I was just like, you predicted it. Let's see. The Hate You Gave was great. I hated Four Realms. Let's see. What are other things? Crimes of Grindelwald was most disappointing of the year. It was disappointing of the year, yeah. Slenderman was awful. Robin Hood was awful. Green Book was great. Mowgli was pretty bad. Spider-Verse was amazing. Then we kind of go over to the end. Bumblebee, best Transformers movie. I guess I saw Mortal Engines. Aquaman was a really good time in the theater. Mary Poppins was good. Worst of the year is gone over 100 views, and we're almost at 120. So yay! Thanks everyone for that. So yeah, we're done. Thank you guys for watching the stream. We can almost hit an hour and 15 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I could have hit 2 hours, but I don't have enough content to talk about it for 2 hours. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. No one's going to watch this entire video because it would be pretty boring. Maybe you could split it up into multiple parts. I don't know. I could watch live streams. Like, I could watch live stream after they happen. Those are possible. So, yeah. Maybe you could waste your time with this. I hope no one actually watched the full stream because you should be probably with your family right now. So, yeah. 2019 for me at least starts in 2 hours. For some of you, it starts in 1 hour. For some of you, it starts in 3 hours. For some of you, has already happened. For some of you, let's just say if you live in the United States, you got an hour left until it happens. You maybe got 2 hours. Maybe you got 3 hours left. Maybe it's already happening right now. Maybe it's happening in a couple minutes. Whatever. For most of the people living in the U.S., it hasn't happened yet. So have a good 2018, and I'll see you all in the next video. I might do another live stream. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to end it by the end, but no. You loved your sandwich, right? Thank you guys next time. Bye. 2019 is gonna be awesome.